Hi, and welcome to something new, or as I understand it actually, something quite old. From what I've been reading, this is a VR game that's been around for quite some time. It's also one I've owned for quite some time as well, in that I picked it up as part of a Humble Bundle VR thing. Um, Often when I buy a Humble Bundle, I'll be buying it for one or two particular games, and there'll be a couple of others in there that I look at and don't really give a second thought to, and they just sit in my Steam library forever. I've certainly got that with a lot of 2D games. I got so many 2D games in my Steam library that I haven't played and may never even go back and play. So it remains to be seen if I'll ever play them. This was kind of the VR version of it, but having finished a couple of VR games recently, I thought I should try a couple of others that I've got kicking around in my library. So I had a quick look through the details of this one, and it seemed interesting. So as far as I can understand it, before I get into it, actually, I've got weirdly small hands, and the body seems weirdly small. You can... Oh, there was a recalibrate option. Is it in options? There we go, calibration. So you got your avatar, so that's my hands moving there and everything, and I can move my head and detects all of that. To set my height, I was much taller, and it's saying, set it so you will not be bending your knees. So I've definitely, I've kind of done that. There we go, that seems to be the first time that my knees aren't bent, so that kind of looks about right, I think. But it seems to position things kind of weirdly, but I'm fascinated by how small my arms and my hands are and everything. But anyway, what was I saying? I've lost track of what I was saying. Yeah, I thought I'd give this a go. I don't know what to make of it. I've not played anything. I've literally run it up and then set things recording, having just done the calibration. So I figure I'll start the campaign, because there doesn't seem to be any kind of... Oh, there is a tutorial. There we go. Orientation program. Right, let's do that. That's what I should do. Press trigger to continue. Jump across to the next platform. Hold down the touchpad or button ARX on Oculus. Aim, then jump. ARX. Okay. Whoa! Right, it's snap turn, it seems. I wonder if I can turn that off. The next platform is quite a distance away. Double jump to get there. Double jump by jumping again at the top of your initial jump. Okay. Aha! Whoa, that felt weird. Whoa! Oh, I'm expecting smooth turn. Wall run to the far platform. Perform a wall run by aiming your jump along a wall. You can also chain multiple wall runs together. Okay, this is going to feel weird. Whoa! I kind of feel like this might be better played sat down. Okay, get to the higher ground by hopping off walls repeatedly. Your jump resets each time you land on the ground. Not quite sure what it's trying to tell me there. I don't think I understand. Get to higher ground by hopping off walls repeatedly. Your jump resets each time you land on the ground or against a wall. This seems tricky. Nope. I don't think I understand this. No, I just kind of slid down. Not getting this. Not getting this at all. Just watch what it's showing me. Oh, there seems to be a kind of hand movie component. No. Oh, you see, when I do that, it was pointing me down. No, that's sliding me down again. I don't think I understand. Don't get it. So I'm doing it from far back. No, that just makes me slide down again. Yeah, I can only get so far and then it slides me down. The jump resets each time you land on the ground or against a wall. Get to higher ground by hopping off walls repeatedly. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing, isn't it? Well, this is kind of okay. You will not take fall damage. Additionally, crouching before landing from a jump of any height will allow you to slide along the ground. Okay. Interact with points of interest by hovering hand over it. You are now equipped with swords. Reach over either shoulder and press the grip button. Now what? Strike the 3 holograms behind you. This has serious Hellsweeper vibes. Now let's test your hand-eye coordination. Interact with this point. Can I put them back? You are now equipped with pistols. Use the grip button over a holster to take or return weapons. Oh. Oh. Activate acceleration by pressing your master hand app menu. B or Y Oculus. B or Y. Ah. So that kind of does a bit of a bullet time thing. Okay, so pressing X does the same thing but also pulls up the menu, it seems. Okay, right, what do you want me to do now? I've got any instructions? Okay, I'm guessing that arrow is telling me he wants me to go over there. Whoa. Yikes. That went wrong. I just realised I can push forward on the thumbstick to jump as well. Where are you? Something wrong here. Oh, it's taking me back to the start. Oh no, I'm going to have to try and do that blasted wall, jump up the wall thing again. Oh, you're going to make me do this again, aren't you? I really need to... Can I... Okay. What's that? Complete. Okay. Is that my objective or something? So I can push forward on the thumbstick to jump as well. This is a really boring way of climbing. It's really testing my VR legs as well. Right. Oh, why can't I move? There we go. So you want me to go over there? Complete the orientation program by stepping into the extraction zone ahead. Okay. I definitely need to turn on smooth turn if it's available. Okay. Let's have a look. Options, control, style, touch, allow gliding, stretch out both hands in a jump to reduce your fall velocity. Ooh, that sounds fun. I might try that. Room rotation, overrides master hand, pressing rotation type, free rotate. There we go, room rotation type ×2. Yeah, that feels good, I think. Or do I want ×1? That feels a bit too slow. ×4 is way too fast. Okay, prefer that. Enable forward movement, yes. Wow, there's a lot of options. I'm impressed at the options. They've really gone into that. Oh, that's interesting. Might actually have to have a look at the follow cam thing. That could make for a... because I am recording the actual VR feed. So the follow cam thing could make for a fun picture-in-picture thing. I might have to actually have a look at that. Okay, so carry on with the tutorial. Movement. Okay, so I've actually been through it. Basically, it's just the orientation program, that's it. In that case, let's start the campaign. Let's go normal. I might regret it.
This is Mizuki Tokugawa on 11 January, wishing Japan's 100,000 new 20-year-olds a happy Seijin no Hi. Attendance for the coming-of-age festivities later today is expected to reach 25%, the highest they've been in 30 years. This is thanks in part to the Children of Japan Act 2040, helping encourage young people to build a meaningful relationship. This just in, we have reports of multiple explosions across the city. Reports from Taito, Shimokitazawa, Nihonbashi. We encourage everyone in the Tokyo cluster to remain indoors until the situation is under control.
Those lines moving around in the background were a really bad choice. Oh. There we go.
What's going on?
Can't raise any of my contacts. Attacks are breaking out everywhere. Chico, please respond.
I'm here. Something's happened.
It's an assault, Chico, on the city. What are you doing? Arm yourself. What are you doing?
I was on my way to work, just before the explosion. Any intel?
Let me see. There are hostiles pinging nearby, headed right for you.
Broke. My neurals are playing up. Got time for a diagnostic?
Looks like the concussion threw your nanites for a loop. Better recalibrate your NIS. You know the drill. Follow the directions. Quickly.
Okay. Whoa.
Sairento NIS Awareness Orientation Program live. Training module diagnostics up and running. Not picking up any unusual flickers. Everything seems good. You see the directions?
Yup.
Okay. Calibration and monitoring systems ready. You're good to go.
Ah, you're going to make me do this again. Okay. Damn it. So there's no run option. Can't believe I've just been through this twice and it's making me go a third time. But okay. So I should have just gone straight into the mission, really. Okay. Yes, okay, fair enough. Let's do this anyway. There we go. Put those back. Really bad with my left hand. Nope, I didn't want to reload. Check your current objective by holding down the non-master hand. Always check your objective. Okay. Oops. Put those away. Alright, so it was worth me doing this because like it's helped me sort of solve a thing that was confusing me. So it seems like running isn't a thing. I'm supposed to just use the teleport thing to get around faster.
Done and dusted. What's our next move?
Make sure you're armed. Look around for a weapon.
Can I?
Got one.
Oh, okay.
Good. Activity very nearby. Over behind that wall. Likely hostile. Check it out.
What wall? Oh, I see. Okay, they gave me ammo. Cool. Now what? Ah, keep pressing the wrong thing. What do you want me to do now, game? I'm quite liking the movement. Alright, so I'm not allowed higher than that. Oh, what's that? Ah, just a hologram thing. I think I accidentally reloaded a little bit back there. Right, that just seems to be some sort of advert thing. Right, it won't let me TP through there. Give me a clue what I'm supposed to be doing now, game? Oh, hello. Oh.
That's the last of them. Broke, I'm heading back to the dojo. We need to find out who's behind this.
Roger that.
Pick these things up. Okay, my health is full. Ah! That door opened. Okay. Right, so this is head movement. So pushing forward moves me in the direction that my head's facing. Where am I going? Oh, yeah, I should probably pay attention to the big yellow arrow on the floor just in front of me. So graphically, this isn't exactly Half-Life Alyx. But I'm really liking the feel of this. Okay, extraction point. Well, cool. Alright, that was fun. No style points. Apparently I'm supposed to get slide kills. Okay. Cool. Chapter 2, clean start. Let's go for it then.
Well, that certainly was convenient. Tokyo's first terrorist attack in decades, and I'm caught empty-handed.
Hopefully other Sairento got a chance to make a bigger pushback. This wasn't the only attack.
Have they been claimed yet?
No. Even those uniforms. Haven't seen anything like that since the 40s.
They had body augs. Looked freshly installed. I thought cyborg tech was illegal.
That's what I mean. Been illegal since Venezuela, 47. Their neural signals were human, but their vitals suggest otherwise. Picked up more suspicious activity back in Shimo. I'd say head back and gather intel.
Back to ground zero. Brooke, how's this happening? They said attacks all over the Tokyo cluster.
At least 12, and highly coordinated. Never seen anything like it. For now, we just need to keep our heads, take our time, gather intel. Let me know when you're at Shimo.
Some of the loading screens in this are a bit flaky. And I don't mean the deliberately
I'm on site now. No signs of-
flaky
Contact.
cyberpunk kind of thing. I mean more, I'm actually seeing some weird artifacts actually in the headset. Oh, it's kind of stuck on things. A couple more of those guys. So do appear to have limited ammo. Oh, why are you not letting me jump? That was interesting. I was trying to jump at him. What's that noise? Well, I was trying to jump at them. Whoa! Oh! Did that do that? Okay, I think I got rid of him. Oh, that health's gone. That's a shame. That's a big pool of blood. Can you get a beer? Okay. No matter how angry you are, no flicking over tables. Whoa. Okay, he seems to be very good at seems to be very good at deflecting bullets. Ah, he's deflecting my own bullets back at me. Can I do that? Anyone else? Hopefully some health here. Yeah, there's some health there. This is really quite cool. I'm not sure how to tell how good my health is. It's saying full. I don't know. If I can see what my health's like. So one of my blades is kind of shining, the other one isn't. Oh no, they both are. Okay. If I come back the way I came. This looks like the same place again. Oh, it is. Okay, fair enough. Kind of got turned around, I think. Okay, this looks new. Oh no! Oh, I'm so confused about where I'm going now. There's no arrow on the floor either. Sector 3. Sector 1. Right, well let me in there. Sector 4. So the orange lights, I guess, means I'm not allowed in there. I'm confused about where I'm supposed to be going now. Oh, hello. Whoa. Kind of rushed them. Whoa. Missed. Okay. This game definitely makes you feel quite badass, but at the same time I'm kind of realising just how inept I am at kind of getting the turns in and things. I'm also curious about the... I can't get the... so if you crouch, you're supposed to get kind of a slide in, but I'm not getting that. I don't know why one of my blades is shining more than the others. Why has this one not got a display on it anymore? Guess I'm supposed to be going this way? No. Okay. Which way do you want me to go? Game. That's locked. Is that the way I came? So I came up here. That looks locked. Oh, hang on, no it isn't, is it? Okay, this is new. Wow, so much stutter when I came in here. Oh, this is so laggy. There's no reason why it should be this laggy. I think I just stopped his bullet.
Feels good to be back on my feet.
Don't get too excited. Some new data from those targets. Let me start unpacking it. I think we're in for a long night.
You tell me to go this way? Okay. Ah, extraction point. Oh my god. Oh, I actually got some style points. No slide kills though. I can't quite get the slide kill thing. I got jump kills though. That's why I got style points. Oh, wall run kills as well. Right, okay. Collected 7 items. Shard of Enduring. Oh! Hang on. Oh, pressing backwards flips you round. I didn't realise that. Okay, that's useful. Do I get those things or do I actually have to use them? This is fun. I'm kind of liking this. And looking at this, you can change your loadout as well. Oh! Ha! So apparently I have a sort of submachine gun behind my back as well. This is so cool. I'm liking this. I'm really glad I installed this. Multiplayer as well. Oh, I see. Oh wow, there's only one player on any of the servers. That's really weird because this is such a good game. That really surprises me. But yeah, I'm not going to get into multiplayer now. Challenges. Survive as long as possible, enemies drop only health and ammo. Difficulty ramps up over time. Earn an uncommon lockbox every minute. Guaranteed legendary lockbox every 4 minutes. Maximum of 5 obtainable per play. They look like fun as well. I'm definitely going to play some more of this. This is definitely a lot of fun. Some of the like the challenge arena and everything. Yeah, it strikes me that would be really useful for actually practicing things. I need to, what I wanted to check was set slide height. Crouch to a comfortable level that will be used to trigger sliding after a jump. When properly calibrated, you will notice an indicator appear when you are at crouching height. It appears as a blue triangle in your bottom peripheral vision. So if I set it there. Oh yes, I see it. So given my knees are terrible, how... No, it's not letting me get away with... Try setting it there. Okay, I'm going to have to get really low down. Having no leg tracking makes for interesting, yeah. Because of course all that's being tracked is my hands and my head. So there's no tracking on my hip, there's no tracking on my leg. Woo, nearly fell over then. So it's trying to do the best thing it can. Let me just, yeah, okay. So I can definitely, I don't know if it's going to actually show up in the recording or not, but I'm definitely seeing that triangle. It comes in about there. Okay, I'm going to have to remember that next time and give it a go. That's going to really hurt my legs, especially my knees. Anyway, so yeah, I'm actually really impressed by this. Oh, I can. Oh, so I can probably. Oh, there's my slide. Okay, so I can practice in here. Oh, and you slide a good distance. So if I do a kind of run. Okay, so you don't slide if you run. Bang. Nice. You stop sliding as soon as... No, I don't think you stop sliding as soon as you stand up. Let me just try that. No, you keep sliding. Okay. The gliding mechanic I'm going to be interested to try out. So I like the idea then of slide along and kind of take out enemies' legs or something like that. That's definitely a thing to try, I guess. Do I have to be careful about my ammo? Oh no, I've got unlimited ammo here. So... Okay, that's cool. Alright, I'm liking this. Apart from my knees going crack. Alright, this is going to be fun. This is definitely going to be fun. I'm going to have to watch the video playback once I get my headset off, because I'm really finding that I'm getting a lot of weird, shaky artifacts as I move around quickly, and I don't know if that's just the compression artifacts from using you know, the Quest 2 and the Oculus Link. What are these all about? Which wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, it's definitely not as smooth as it could be. So I don't know if it's just actually weird stuff in this game, or if it's using it with Oculus Link. So it's a little bit disturbing, but not so much that I can't play it. Definitely does interest me that. Why do I feel like I'm just dragging myself along the ground? And yeah, I do find it quite interesting that some older games seem to look worse in terms of speed when I'm playing them on the, certainly, you know, over Oculus Link with the Quest 2. I don't have a headset that plugs straight into the PC to compare it against, at least not at the moment. but like more modern stuff, like I played at the time of recording, I have now finished the whole of Half-Life Alyx, for example. I finished that a couple of weeks ago, and that was just quality. It just looked great all the time. Whereas this is definitely got some weird graphical artifacts as I move around. So yeah, as I say, I'm going to have to look at the video and see if it's the same thing in that. So it's a bit unfortunate. It's kind of spoiling how things look. I don't know if there's... Yeah, I could turn stuff down, but I can't really see a... Oh, I did it again. Bloom. Why are people so obsessed with Bloom? Texture quality and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything in there that suggests... weirdly, just the whole display is kind of oscillating. I don't know if that is actually... I see now it's actually... No, it's still doing it. I don't know if that's a design choice by the developers or if there's something weird going on. Anyway, I've been waffling on about too much about this. It's my first time in, so I'm still getting used to it and still discovering things about it. I'm impressed though. I'm actually a little bit annoyed at myself that it's taken me this long to load it up. It's a bit like Espire 1 in that it'll be interesting to see if I can get much further into it. I feel like I'm going to get to a point where it'll just become impossible. On the other hand, I'm really liking the way it works, the way it plays, and I'm getting serious Hellsweeper vibes off it. The kind of using the teleport system as an actual gameplay mechanic, because you want to leap in the air, you want to leap off walls, you want to come landing down on someone and get a kill as you land on them and things like that. So I'm really liking it for that. Yeah, I'm going to be back in here again. Anyway, for the final time, I actually really mean it this time. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.